He's back again this year. We're not sure why, but he is here with us. He's promoting a book this year. And we're just going to bring him on out. His book's entitled How to Ninja Chop Your Way to the Top. Boys, play his music and get him out here.
Tell you what, please, thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. So, appreciate that, folks. This year, for those of you who may not know me, which is hard to imagine, but my name is Diamond Dave. And I'm the founder and the president of Diamond Dave's and Ninja Teaching School, where we teach you, the common man, the basic principles of self-defense and how to become a ninja, including my patented moves, the Judy Chop, the Ninja Chop, and the Karate Chop. And the most important, the Kung Fu Chicken, right there. And I'm here promoting my new book. It's called How to Ninja Chop Your Way to the Top.
Well, I've got some questions here that your publicist sent to us that we need to go over.
Yes, sir.
So just, can you kind of tell the folks what this book's about?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a self-help book because I decided to give back. Because Diamond Dave has been giving so much. I'll tell you, you folks out here, and these folks back here, I'm speaking, Mr. Fisher.
Sorry.
You folks look at me and you say, Diamond Dave, you've got it all. You're successful, you're good looking, you've got, beautiful women all around you. I know most of you are thinking that right now.
Let's have a show of hands. Anybody thinking that?
Don't ask this gentleman with the Steelers shirt on. He obviously has poor judgment. No offense, sir. We'll get you counseling after the show. Right? But I tell you what, Diamond Dave has not always been the man you see in front of you today. Diamond Dave was once a lump of coal before he turned into this.
A lump of something. I'm not sure what it is. Can you tell us about your childhood? In the book, do you speak of your childhood?
Yes, I do.
Did you come from a big family?
I tell you what, I was the youngest of three in my family. Both of my parents were older than myself. But I tell you, I was raised by my father. My mother left before I was born, but my dad raised me. And I tell you what, my dad was a schizophrenic. But I tell you folks, he was good people. My father, what part of Diamond Dave's problem, his struggles as a child, was my father didn't love me that much. But I remember one glorious day when he took me to the park. And I remember thinking, I stood there thinking, why does a frisbee appear larger the closer it gets to you? And then it hit me. Speaking of hitting me, my father was also a photographer. This one day he got really mad because I was messing with his stuff. And he hit me with his camera, and to this day, I am still having flashbacks.
Well, I'm sure you speak of your schooling in your book. Did you have struggles in school?
I'll tell you, I did struggle. High school was a rough 6 years. And I'll tell you what, I failed math class a lot of times.
Math? How many times you failed math?
I failed it. I told you I can't count. I don't know how many times, but it was a lot of times. But I tell you, my English teacher, she got all mad at me one day because I couldn't spell Armageddon. And I told her, it ain't like it's the end of the world. But I tell you, that lady, she helped me a lot. She diagnosed me with dyslexia. And I tell you what, something you folks might not know. 10 out of 2 people are diagnosed with dyslexia.
10 out of 2 people?
See? That's what I'm talking about. I got that backwards, see? It's 10 out of 8 people are not diagnosed with dyslexia. So I'll tell you what, after my struggles, I would look for something positive. All right, so I wanted to join the debating team, but then they talked me out of it. So after that, I said, heck with this, and I left town. I decided to get a job, so I went and joined the circus.
Circus? What'd you do in the circus?
Well, they hired me as a trapeze artist, flying through the air, but then they let me go. So I decided to move on, and I went on with the circus. I decided to start making clown shoes, which was no small feat. Then I got a job at the helium gas factory, but I left because I refused to be talked to in that tone of voice. So I got the heck out of there. But I tell you what, I made some good friends down at the circus. Some of my friends, they went on to other careers, I'll tell you that much. One of the fellas, he went on to become a mime. And when he left to go become a mime, I haven't heard from him since. Another little buddy, I had a little midget friend, he went and got himself a really great job, but they make a lot of money, but they pay him under the table. So my other friend went with me, we decided to go get a manual job. These muscles you see right here, folks, they came from hard work. All right, I just wasn't born with this physique. I had to work with it. That's funny stuff.
Yeah, it is.
All right, listen to me.
I'm listening.
We got a job down at the sawmill, and they teach you at the sawmill, the first lesson is safety is no accident. All right? But one day my friend, he tripped and fell into the saw blade, cut his entire left side off of his body.
Entire left side?
Entire left side.
Is he okay?
Well, he's all right now.
You know what? I think I know his brother. He works down there at Mueller's in the meat department. He backed into the meat slicer and he got a little behind in his work.
That's funny stuff. That's like the coffee man couldn't put up with the daily grind, right?
That's not funny. Mine was fun.
Okay, whatever. Let's get back to my book. We're here to promote me, not your comic career, all right? I'll tell you what, when my friend was in the hospital, something positive came out of that. See, I'm constantly looking for the positive in my situations. I visited him every day at the hospital, and I decided this is maybe Diamond Dave's calling to help people. So I got a job down at the hospital as an order, yes. Cleaning bedpans and such is what I did, all right? But they fired me down there because they caught me partying on the elevator, and they said that was wrong on every level. So then I decided to go out on my own, and I started, I'm very proud of this, I started the Diamond Dave Poison Ivy Treatment Center.
Poison Ivy Treatment Center?
Yes, I started that from scratch. And I tell you what, there's a lot of people itching to get in there. But you know what? We had a labor dispute. They went on strike, and people did not want to put scabs in that poison ivy treatment center. So I went on from there. I got a job. Let it all out, people. Let it all out. I got a job at the jaundice clinic answering the phones, but they didn't like the way I answered the phone.
Well, how'd you answer the phone?
Yellow. But I tell you what, something else at that, when I went back to the hospital and such, I was working for a little while longer, I saw that you see all kinds of stuff down at the hospital, okay? This one lady came in, she had a rare skin disease. It was a fungus on her skin. But basically, she was growing a form of lettuce on her skin. And lettuce was coming out at the top of her drawers and her pants and things. And I said, ma'am, I've never seen anything like that. She said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. So I left that, I got out of there. Then I went on, well, I'll tell you what, that same lady, they told me to change her dressing. I didn't know what kind of dressing to get her. I was confused. Anyway. So then I went on, I got a job for about in the same field as you, Mr. Fischler. I got myself a job as a grave digger. But I couldn't keep up with it. I was getting buried in my work every day. I was dead tired. So then I got a job at the crematorium, all right? But I got burned out there real quick. And I quit that job because that's one job you don't want to get fired from.
Tell us a little bit about your marriage. Have you been married?
Yes, I have. I tell you, I married way too young.
Way too young?
Yeah, that was her name. She was a Chinese girl, way too young. But that didn't work out. I didn't say married to way too young for way too long, if you know what I mean.
Did you have any kids?
That was a glorious day, way too young. Her water broke. She went into labor right there on the stairway of her home. She gave birth right there to a baby boy, and I'm really proud of my stepson. He is really moving up in this world, I tell you that.
So are you dating anybody now?
Not right now, I'm not. Ladies, I'm available, okay? All right. Excuse me, miss.
The Russians.
Miss, excuse me. My face and my eyes are up here, not down here. All right, right here. That's disrespectful. I know I'm a sweet piece of eye candy, but it's up here. It's disrespectful. I know sitting next to a Steeler fan, your eyes are bound to wander, okay? I was dating a girl for a while. Knock jokes and such. Take a second to soak that in, alright?
Can you tell us anything else about this book before we
Well, I
get
tell you what, I just want to give back to the people. I tell you folks what, you can get this online. You can actually see me for some autographs and such. The line's probably getting ready to form out here. I'll be asking an intermission. I appreciate your time so much. This is Diamond Dave from Diamond Dave Ninja Teaching School. Thank you so much.
Diamond Dave, everybody.